Welcome to Go Around channel. Hope you enjoy it. 10 interesting facts about Vietnam. We spent a month eating our way from Saigon in the south to Hanoi in the north, and picked up these 10 interesting facts about Vietnam along the way. Number 1. Vietnam is shaped like the letter S. Our first interesting fact about Vietnam is its shape. We love our funky shaped countries, especially ones that resemble glamorous high heels. Italy. We particularly like the shape of Vietnam because S also stands for Stefan and Sebastian. Number 2. So many motorbikes everywhere. In Vietnam, motorbikes are everywhere. According to the Ministry of Transport figures from 2013, of the 90+ million population, 37 million were registered with a motorbike and only 2 million with a car. Owning a car is incredibly expensive because the tax is around 100 to 200%, so it's a luxury reserved for the very wealthy. The tax for motorbikes is far cheaper, making it a more affordable means of transportation for everyday folk. So on your first arrival in Hanoi or Saigon, the first interesting fact you'll most notice is that literally everything is done/carried on the motorbike. Number 3. Rude finger gesture to cause offense. An interesting and rude fact is that if you want to express your contempt to someone in Vietnam, just make this finger gesture at them, demonstrated by our friend Xuan. Number 4. Coffee paradise. According to the European Coffee Federation statistics, Vietnam is the world's second largest coffee producing nation after Brazil, producing 16% of the world's total coffee. Brazil's is 40%. 10 interesting facts about Vietnam. Number 5. Cashew nut heaven. Vietnam is the world's largest exporter of cashew nuts, producing 37% of the global number. The nut itself is in fact the seed that grows at the bottom of the cashew apple, a fruit rich in nutrients and containing 5 times the amount of vitamin C of oranges. The cashew tree is native to Brazil, but Vietnam seems to produce far more of them. Number 6. An actual kitchen god. Vietnam is the only country we know that has its own deity for the kitchen. His name is Ong Tao, and for us foodies was an interesting fact to discover. According to legend, Ong Tao makes his appearance just before the Vietnamese New Year, Tet, festival. During this time he rushes up to heaven to give his annual report to the God of heaven on the activities of the family. This report determines the fate of each household in the new year. Legend also has it that he wears a robe because he forgot to do up his trousers properly before rushing off. Number 7. The breast milk fruit. The breast milk fruit was our new exotic fruit discovery in Vietnam and an interesting fact that made us giggle. It's in actual fact a juicy and sweet fruit called star apple. It gets its nickname because as you peel it, a few white milky drops dribble out. Number 8. White is beautiful. In the West, tan skin is usually regarded as more ideal than pale white, usually a sign of holiday, hence the popularity of tanning/sunbeds. In Asia, particularly Vietnam, the complete opposite applies. White is considered the ideal skin color and any form of tan skin frowned upon because it's a sign of being a laborer working in the sun. As a result, whitening products are big business across the country, and the Vietnamese cover up as much as possible when in the sun, whether they're working the fields or at the beach. Number 9. The dong, currency. Another interesting fact that made us giggle as soon as we found out the name of the Vietnamese currency. Our childish humor took over and we wet ourselves laughing. You can check the Urban Dictionary's more explicit meaning in English slang, but for Stefan, a currency collecting geek, the dong was another fascinating currency for his currency collection. Number 10. Nguyen and Uncle Ho. Ho Chi Minh and Nguyen, pronounced Win, are the two most common names you see everywhere in Vietnam. Nguyen is the most popular family name in Vietnam, used by around 40% of the population, and is also the birth name of the famous Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh led the fight for independence against the French and the Japanese. During the subsequent United States War, he was regarded as such an important symbol of unification that in 1976, Saigon was renamed Ho Chi Minh City.